Bravo, bravo, bravo. Jaron Ennis signing with Eddie Hearn, Matchroom Boxing. And why I'm not feeling so optimistic about this. Now, I'm pessimistic that Jaron Ennis is going to get paid very, very well because Eddie Hearn knows how to pay well. His checks don't bounce. You can ask the likes of Anthony Joshua, Canelo Alvarez, Devin Haney, Demetrius Andrade. And speaking of Demetrius Andrade, and what you see in the thumbnail, good news and bad news. The good news is, yes, Jaron Ennis is going to get paid well. The bad news is, I don't think that Matchroom Boxing is going to secure him the big fight. I mean, history speaks for itself. Did Matchroom Boxing secure Kell Brook the Amir Khan fight? No. Did Matchroom Boxing secure Demetrius Andrade the Canelo Alvarez or the Triple G fight? No. Did Matchroom Boxing secure Anthony Joshua the Deontay Wilder fight? No. Did Matchroom Boxing secure the Conor Benn and the Chris Eubank Jr. fight? Well, almost. But at the end of the day, they didn't step inside the ring, so no. Is they going to secure the Edgar Berlanga and Canelo Alvarez? Because we all know that Edgar Berlanga signed with Matchroom Boxing at the time when Canelo Alvarez was dealing with Matchroom Boxing. And it seems like he ain't going to get that fight either. But they're going to get paid. That's the good news. The bad news is that Jaron Ennis' career is heading towards the Demetrius Andrade career. Two great fighters, in my opinion. Two great skillful fighters. Just never got the opportunity, the true opportunity for them to blossom and for them to showcase their skills and talent and actually match their hype. Demetrius Andrade right now is 36 years old. There was an opportunity for Demetrius Andrade to fight for the Undisputed World Championship in the middleweight division with Canelo Alvarez. There was an opportunity for him to unify the titles with Triple G. There was an opportunity for him to fight Daniel Jacobs. There was an opportunity for him to fight these guys that was dealing with Matchroom Boxing, and he never got that type of opportunity. Now, speaking of Daniel Jacobs, got the opportunity with Canelo Alvarez and things of that nature, but the track records and the history tells me that you can't secure the big one. Pause. Devin Haney didn't secure a George Kambosos fight until he went to Top Rank. So, let me say it again. Matchroom Boxing did not secure Anthony Joshua Deontay Wilder fight. Did not secure Demetrius Andrade the Canelo Alvarez and the Triple G fight. Did not secure Kell Brook the Amir Khan fight. Did not secure the Conor Benn versus Chris Eubank Jr. Who they're gonna put Jaron Ennis in the ring with? Who is they gonna put they're gonna put Jaron Ennis versus Bud Crawford? Is Bud Crawford gonna go to Matchroom Boxing and then secure that fight? Now we all saw. Now I put it this way. Now we see that Matchroom Boxing and Eddie Hearn is willing to do work with other promoters. You know what I'm saying? He's doing his thing with the Excellency. He did his thing with Golden Boy Promotions recently with Canelo Alvarez. With Jaime Munguia versus John Ryder. Conor Benn just posted the other day in his IG him versus Jaron Ennis. I think is a wonderful fight in the 147-pound division. Is Eddie Hearn willing to throw Conor Benn in there with Jaron Ennis? Not sure. I think it was a big mistake for them to chase that Chris Eubank Jr. fight, especially when you don't got the blessing of Chris Eubank Sr. I think that the boxing guys really did not bless these guys with that type of fight, and they was gonna go through the fight even though that Conor Benn did pop dirty. But anyway, that's another story. Hopefully the Conor Benn gets his his career back rolling the way that it was. I think he had the potential to really captivate the imagination, the emotions of the UK fan base. The way he was going, it could have been. I seen Conor Benn having that Ricky Hatton support. So I just don't know, fellas. I mean, I think that Jaron Ennis is is gonna be easily avoided and easily ducked, and I think that we're heading into boxing, the sport of boxing, in which a lot of people don't really care about the belts. We seen, like I said, Demetrius Andrade had 2 belts, had a belt in 154, had a belt in 160, and what that got him. But that got him. It didn't lure nobody that wanted to become under unified the titles or undisputed. While he had the titles, his titles really didn't matter. As a matter of fact, when he let go of the title, he got the biggest fight of his career, pay-per-view main event with David Benavidez at the age of 35. Let me ask y'all a question. If you were a bet manager, why would you risk it with Jaron Bruce Ennis right now? I mean, Jaron Bruce Ennis is a hell of a fighter, very entertaining, but he doesn't really talk too much. He really doesn't do a lot of interviews and things of that nature. Really doesn't have that type of personality. He does his talking in the ring, but he's not out there a lot. So why would you risk it with Jaron Bruce Ennis? Why would anybody risk it with Jaron Bruce Ennis? I mean, why would anybody want to wrestle with Demetrius Andrade? There was not a lot of push for it. You know what I'm saying? These guys wasn't selling out arenas like that. That was the excuse, right? He wasn't selling out the arenas. It was easy to avoid Demetrius Andrade, regardless if he was an Olympian, regardless if he was a 2-division world champion. It was easy to avoid Demetrius Andrade, and they did. The same reason they're gonna avoid Jaron Bruce Ennis. And this is the good. That's what I'm saying. The good news is that he's gonna get paid. The bad news is I don't think they're gonna secure the big fight with Jaron Bruce Ennis, because at the end of the day, they don't have to. Whoa, the kids probably didn't like that, right? But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, let me know what y'all think. I'm happy I'm happy he's not dealing with the promotional company he was dealing in the past. It looked like they wasn't doing right by him. Feels like they was breaching the contract. They didn't get him the fight the amount of fight that he signed for. Hopefully, he stays busy with Matchroom Boxing. I think that's the good news. They do well. They keep you busy. They pay you well. They give you some type of exposure. But in the welterweight division right now, in the 147-pound division, can you tell me any lucrative fights right now? Maybe the Mario Barrios would have been a good fight, but Mario Barrios, he's with PBC. Of course, that fight is not going to happen anymore. In the 147-pound division is actually a ghost town, just like the 160-pound division. If I was Jaron Bruce Ennis, I'll move, and I will match him. I'll move him to the 154-pound division, use the IBF world title, and put myself in position for the likes of a Tim Tszyu, of a Fundora. If maybe, you know what I'm saying, a Bud Crawford that's moving up to the 154 want to fight. I doubt that's gonna happen unless that he signs with Matchroom Boxing. Conor Bennett's in 154, maybe a Josh Kelly fight. We'll never know. That would be a good fight. I've been wanting to see that fight for years, in my opinion. I thought that was going to be one of the biggest fights in the sport of boxing almost like 5 years ago when I did the video about it. Josh Kelly is in position to face Bud Crawford or whoever's holding the WBO strap. Let me know what y'all think, man. Again, I don't want him to get ducked and avoided like Demetrius Andrade did in his career. But it looks like if nothing shakes up, you know what I'm saying? I think that Jaron Bruce and his team, they got to be out there. They got to talk more. They got to be just as flamboyant outside the ring. They do that he does inside of the ring. I'm not saying that be out of character, but I think that you got to give more to the boxing fans. Really give them a lot of updates. Really film when he does special and workouts and trainings and things of that nature. I think the outside team, Jaron Bruce Ennis signed a co-promotional deal, multi-fight deal, co-promotional deal with his promotional company, Boost Promotion. So his team got to do a lot of work, and I just sit back and let Jaron Bruce Ennis do what he got to do in the ring. The people on the outside, just like with Floyd Mayweather, Floyd Mayweather just didn't stay stuck, waiting for a fight. He went out there dancing with the stars, WWE. I'm not saying that Jaron Bruce Ennis got to do things like that, but you got to think, but you got to be marketable. You got to advertise yourself. You got to put yourself out there. We live in the social media world, and you got to do more than just grab a title, have a title, and look spectacular in the ring. You gotta lure the people in. There's more than just entertaining them in the ring. It is what it is, man. Hopefully they put them in great cards. Maybe the co-main events with Anthony Joshua cards and things of that nature. Let me know what y'all think about this signing, and let me know what y'all think that it will Boots be the next Demetrius Andrade. Subscribe to the channel, smash the like button. Love you, God bless, and on to the next.